Hello, this is Spellbinder with this news update on the avian bird and fish kills and other things going on. There's so much stuff going on. What could be causing all these fatalities of our wildlife across the world? Crabs in England, and it's just unreal. The crabs in England, the guy says, well, it's global warming. They came in closer to shore and it turned all cold and they all died and they washed up. Well, does that explain along the Pacific coast? Same type of things going on? I mean, really, what is going on? Look at some of these articles I've collected here. Here's another one. Another avian die-off, Kentucky, from Patricia Doyle, PhD. She says there's more in Kentucky. Is it true? The first place New Year's Eve, the fireworks were blamed in Central Arkansas for making thousands of blackbirds confused, crashing into homes, cars, and each other. Then 300 miles or south of Louisiana, power lines likely killed 450 birds, littering the highway near Baton Rouge. On Wednesday, the 5th, Kentucky wildlife officials said several hundred grackles, red-winged blackbirds, robins, starlings were found dead last week in western part of the state. It's almost certainly a coincidence, and the events happened within days of each other. Louisiana State Wildlife veterinarian Jim LaCour said Tuesday, I haven't found anything to link the two at this point. Mass bird deaths aren't uncommon. The U.S. Geological Service website listed about 90 mass deaths of birds and other wildlife from June 2010 through 12 December 2010. There were 5 mass deaths, at least 1,000 birds, with largest near Houston, Texas, Minnesota, where parasite infestants killed about 4,000 water birds between September 6 and 26 of 2010. Officials' knowledge, though, may never know exactly what caused the large number of deaths. Wildlife officials in both Arkansas and Louisiana sent carcasses to researchers at the National Wildlife Health Center in Madison, Wisconsin, and the University of Georgia. Results are not expected for 2 weeks longer. Could it have been E. coli? Who knows? It could be anything, right? It could be lightning from the sky. God's wrath on the planet. Come on, people. We know somebody's testing something here. We don't know what they're testing, but they're testing something, and we are going to be next once they perfect it. That's what I'm afraid of, is the perfection of whatever they're doing to these birds and fish is coming to us next. Maybe it's just to cut the population of our food supply down so we start dying off for them. Remember, they want us dead. Maurice Strong, basically the UN, wants 2 billion people at least. Some want to bring it down to 500 million that survive whatever they're getting ready to do. And it's in the next year or two. Especially within 2012 is their projection for this. There's been reports on all this. I've listened to an Alex Jones show where there was Hunt was on there, who was a guy who was invited to their meetings, and he knew that they were talking about exterminating the worthless eaters, the cannon fodder. That's what we are to them. We are cannon fodder. We're something to be killed off, to be removed so they can live. Do you not understand? Their ideal is as a Gaia universe. They believe that Gaia can't sustain 6 to 7 billion people. So they're going to kill every one of us till we're down to a controllable size where only a few million elitists live in paradise with the other 495 million, 90, no, it'll be 98 million people are their slaves. Do you not see what's coming down the pike yet? Man, I am impressed that you don't see what's coming down the pike. It's here. Let's look at more. Let's look at more of their tests. They got a bunch of tests out here. Here's the Mail Online. It's apocalypse. More mass animal deaths. Seen thousands of fish found floating in Florida. 200 birds dead on Texas bridge. Thousands of fish and birds. Look, 50 dead jackdaws found on city street in Sweden. 100 tons of sardines, croaker and catfish wash up dead on Brazilian coast. Hundreds of fish dead in New Zealand. And in Britain, 400,000 devil crabs joined the list of casualties. Well, that was said that it was okay. That was part of global warming. You know, the lie that's been being forced down the world's throat to believe in lies from this new world order. Man, look, Port Orange, Florida. These fish died. Look, Rockwall, Texas. More. Look at the kills. Texas, Florida, Maryland. Thanet, England. I ain't going to try to pronounce that Sweden word, but 50 jackdaws found dead. Just all of them died and dropped, and there's really no reasons behind them. Thousands of blackbirds plummet in Arkansas. Deaths of near BB. Up to 100,000 drumfish dead or dying in Arkansas rivers. What is that? Perenguera, Brazil. 100 tons of fish wash up along the coast. Down here, look at that. New Zealand, 100 of snapper fish found dead. This in New Zealand. It's happening all over the world. It's a mass extinction going on here, people. And it's being created through a test of some type of a weapon. I'm sure it's a frequency weapon myself. I'm pretty sure that they're using some type of frequency weapon to kill the mass population, and they're testing it on animals now, and birds, and fish. Look at the crabs. They're all dead. Nice little cute little devil crabs. Dead. Look, green water. Green grass water, the river of Gold Stream, the Provincial Park in Vancouver Island, Canada, turned mysteriously color for an hour before returning to normal. That is like something out of oh man, that's like the Green Goblin green. That's just unreal. What else do we got here? I got more. I got the activist post saying the mainstream, telling you about the 10 leading theories for dead birds and fish by Nicholas West and Zen Gardner. Activist post. Look, the mainstream media will tell you it's only lightning and mid-air collisions and power lines and New Year's fireworks. I've never seen birds drop from fireworks in my life, and that's just as stupid as it gets as far as an explanation. Look, fallen birds likely dead from massive trauma. Oh, really? 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 Some type of trauma? Could it be a HAARP weapon? Could it be like they hit a wall of energy and bursted all their internal organs? Could it be a chemical weapon that does the same thing that was in, what was it? It was a chemical weapon they got 20,000 barrels of from Iraq before they got Saddam Hussein out of power. And they tried to move it over there to use it in Afghanistan. Who knows? This is some of the crazy stuff, and it's being released. It's being used. Somebody has gassed off the dispersant, coaxed into the atmosphere. Who knows? It could be that. It could be all this. It could be GMO mutation. Mike Adams wants you to see that, and I almost want to believe that Mike Adams is right. Monsanto is killing everything with their geobionetic creatures they're creating. Franken creatures. Geoengineering could spraying in the area have caused this type of fallout. Perhaps something new added to the mixture of the chemtrails have quickly moved the conspiracy theory to a documented fact. Could they be doing something like that? Could it be HAARP? HAARP! Yes, HAARP can do stuff like this. HAARP can do all types of things. Scalar weapons, that's another part related to HAARP, but not HAARP. Project Bluebeam, we're testing a sound generator for global theater of alien invasion. And it somehow had an effect on the birds and stuff when they tried to use it. Geomagnetic and other earth changes. Could it be something natural? Who really knows? All I know is that we got 10,000s of birds found dead in Manitoba. We have things going on here that doesn't make sense all of a sudden happening. Could it be part of 2012? Who really knows? Look at this one. Very large fish kill reported in Bay. I'm just sitting here going, this is part of the croakers. 2 million dead spotting croakers died in Chesapeake Bay. There's all types of stuff it could be. What are we under? What type of attack are we under? Is this something that they're testing? It doesn't have to be military. It doesn't really have to be New World Order. It could even be terrorist attack. Who knows? But I know that who's behind it has the money and the finance to do it. And it's not just happening. It's because somebody who has the power and the money to invest in these mad scientists to create these type of devices that makes me afraid that these mad scientists are going, yeah, for a few $1 million in my pocket, I'll kill off the whole population of the planet. Jid, as long as you keep me around. Yeah, right. And as soon as you do it, they kill you. Look at the scientists out there. If you're behind this, look at what they've done to other scientists before you. They kill you. They put you in the ground. They throw you in dumpsters and stuff. Don't believe them. You're not one of them. This is the elitist of the highest orders of this cabal. If you want to call it a cabal, that's behind all this. Man, I don't know where else to go. I mean, this is I'm seeing madness to the 10th degree with all this happening. I decided to do a video on this because I got so many responses from my fellow watchers on YouTube that I had to say something. I mean, I have Spaceman 1313 26 coming up to me and saying, look at this, this is more evidence. And I'm looking at it going, yes, I know the evidence is there. It's maddening, isn't it? They're here to take us down. We're going down within the next 2 years. They will have their power and their control. We're being manipulated in everything. It's all coming down to the end. They're shutting this country down this year, probably. If not 2012, they're going to shut the America down. We'll be down, and the rest of you people in the world will feel it. Because you'll all be enslaved. You'll be feudalist. You'll be living on their property. They already claim that we're living on their property. I had Deke come out and say that he has his own little thing going about that, about living on their property in Britain, how much it's all taken over, and how few the people that actually are free live on that property. This is not nice. It's not a good thing. Until next time, this is Spellbinder with this interesting report on everything. Good day.